These days, if you stroll through a weekend market or simply scroll through social media, you'll see these kinds of ads everywhere. Accurate fortune telling, online astrology, tarot card readings, your destiny revealed. Someone who's just been heartbroken might rush to ask a fortune teller, "When will I meet my true soulmate?" Someone whose business isn't going well might ask, "Will I become rich this year?" It's as if we hand over the keys to our future to someone we barely know. Sometimes predictions are just personal opinions. Sometimes they're based on old beliefs that may or may not have any evidence. And sometimes they come with hidden motives to make us believe so they can sell us something, take our money, or keep us dependent on them until we forget to think and decide for ourselves. The issue isn't that all fortune tellers are bad. Some may truly wish to encourage people. But the real problem is that we often believe without questioning and entrust our lives to just a few sentences. We forget that the Buddha left us something far more solid and verifiable, the Dhamma. Think about it. If one day a fortune teller told you, "In 3 months, misfortune will strike," how would you feel? Some people would worry so much they couldn't eat or sleep, constantly on guard for something bad to happen. Every small mishap would be linked to the prophecy. Trip over a rock and they'd think, "There it is, the bad luck has begun," when in reality, they just weren't watching their step. Words have real power. If we accept them without filtering, they can sink deep into our minds, turning into self-hypnosis without us realizing it. Like wearing gray-tinted glasses that make the whole world look dull, no matter how bright the sun is. The Buddha addressed this clearly in the Kalama Sutta. Do not believe something just because you've heard it repeatedly, because it's been done for a long time, or because the speaker is a respected teacher. Instead, believe only when you have tested it for yourself and found that it truly leads to goodness, reduces greed, hatred, and delusion in your heart. This is where the Dhamma differs from fortune telling. The Dhamma is truth that can be verified and does not depend on anyone's opinion. For example, good deeds bring good results, or harming others leads to suffering. These truths stand whether or not the Buddha ever appeared in the world. Fortune telling, on the other hand, can be accurate sometimes and wrong at other times, depending on the teller's perspective or method, and often it can't be proven at all. For example, in your past life we have no time machine to check. Believing blindly can cost us money, time, and the chance to fully live our present lives. Here's something interesting. Many people see a fortune teller because they want to know the future. But the Buddha taught, the future is shaped by the present. That's a completely different starting point. A fortune teller often gives us a picture of the future, something that can make us wait for it or fear it. The Dhamma, however, gives us the causes we must create in the present to make the future what we want it to be. I like to compare it like this. A fortune teller is like someone telling you, "It will rain tomorrow." You might feel anxious or happy to hear that. The Dhamma, however, is like someone teaching you how to grow crops so they will thrive whether it rains or shines. You won't have to sit around hoping for good weather. You'll already know how to handle whatever comes. So here are some questions worth pondering. Do we want our lives to be determined by someone else's words or by our own actions? Do we want temporary comfort or a principle that can guide us for a lifetime? Who knows our future better? A stranger with a deck of cards, or ourselves, who create the causes of our life every day? Maybe the real issue isn't that fortune tellers deceive us, but whether we've forgotten that we have the right and the power to choose and act for ourselves. The Buddha never said fortune telling is a sin in itself, but he did warn us to use wisdom and not become slaves to baseless beliefs. Blind faith without reasoning can make us stray off course, like a boat drifting wherever the wind blows without a rudder. The Dhamma never lies because it is the truth of nature. It doesn't depend on anyone's thoughts, feelings, or beliefs. For example, everything arises from causes and conditions. Things decay when their causes are gone. Greed, hatred, and delusion lead to suffering. Loving kindness, effort, and mindfulness lead to happiness. These are unchanging laws. Whether or not the Buddha ever came, they still hold true. In Buddhism, the future is not fixed like a photograph already taken. It's the result of the causes we create in the present. Change the cause, and the effect will change. That's very different from a prediction that treats the future as if it's locked in place. It's as simple as this. If you have a seed in your hand, plant a mango seed, water it, and care for it, you'll get sweet mangoes. Plant a lime seed, you'll get sour limes. This is cause and effect, plain and clear. No one can trick you because you planted it yourself. The Buddha encouraged us to be our own fortune teller by looking at the causes we're planting now. If we're lazy and neglect our responsibilities, then no matter how many predictions say we'll get rich, it's unlikely to come true. The cause doesn't match the effect. On the other hand, if we consistently do good, work diligently, improve ourselves, and harm no one, then even without anyone predicting our future, we can be confident it will grow brighter according to the law of karma. That's the power of the Dhamma. It puts us in charge of our lives instead of leaving us waiting on luck. Want good health? Take care of your body. Don't just wait for a lucky day. Want a warm, happy family? Show care and patience. Don't just wait for the stars to align. Want career progress? Gain knowledge and keep your integrity. Don't just rely on drawing a lucky stick at the temple. The beauty of the Dhamma is that it never promises rewards without effort. It simply says, the results will follow the causes you create. If you want a better future, here's the Dhamma's advice. Set the right causes. Start with good intentions, good thoughts, good actions, and good speech. Act consistently. Goodness must be cultivated, not done once and left. Be mindful and wise. Consider whether what you do benefits yourself and others. Don't be shaken by baseless predictions. If a prophecy scares you, look back at the causes you're making now. Let go of what you can't control. Do your best in what you can do, and be at peace with the rest. The scriptures record many people who changed their lives by changing their causes, like Angulimala, once a murderer of many, who completely transformed after meeting the Buddha and went on to attain liberation. His story shows that the past is not a life sentence. The future can always be remade. So by all means, visit a fortune teller if you find it entertaining or thought-provoking. But when it comes to making important life decisions, let the Dhamma be your compass. It depends on no one, it doesn't shift with trends, and it has never lied to anyone. Remember this, a fortune teller may give you a glimpse of the future, but the Dhamma lets you create the future you truly want. A fortune teller may comfort you for a while, but the Dhamma can encourage you for a lifetime. A fortune teller may change their words, but the law of karma never changes. Your future is not in the cards. It's not in your palm. It's in the causes you're planting right now, every single day.